Psalm 57. Be gracious to me, O God, be gracious to me, for my soul takes refuge in you. And in the shadow of your wings I will take refuge until destruction passes by. I will cry to God Most High, to God who accomplishes all things for me. He will send from heaven and save me. He reproaches him who tramples on me. God will send forth his loving kindness and his truth. My soul is among lions. I must lie among those who breathe forth fire. Even the sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Be exalted above the heavens, O God. Let your glory be above all the earth. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They dug a pit before me. They themselves have fallen into the midst of it. My heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing, yes, I will sing praises. Awake, my glory, awake, harp and lyre. I will awake in the dawn. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations. For your loving kindness is great to the heavens, and your truth to the clouds. Be exalted above the heavens, O God. Let your glory be above all the earth. Cool little thing to bring out about Psalm 57. First off, a historical note. David actually wrote this while he was living in a cave running from Saul. So this was one of the times of the most distress in his life. And up to that point, it certainly had been the time of most distress in his life. And so he writes this psalm, which by this point in the Psalms, we're getting pretty familiar with this, right? Like, all right, I've got enemies. Here's how I'm going to describe them. It's a problem. God, I'm trusting you with this, right? That's a familiar pattern for him at this point. And yet, he does a little something different here in this psalm where he shifts the emphasis from the normal. Usually he talks about, he glorifies God for something real quick, and then he goes into talking about the enemies, and then he glories in his eventual victory through God. What he does here is he describes the enemies, but he breaks in every now and then, like intermittently, he breaks in with praise. And you start to get the picture that, like, okay, he's fighting against his enemies in the realm of prayer, but he's doing so not even so much by request. There's a little bit of that, but not so much by request. He's fighting his earthly enemies with worship, right? So he's worshiping God in order to fight the battles of the day. Well, this is kind of a cool idea. What did David know that we need to know to fight our daily battles? Here's an example. I will cry to God Most High, to God who accomplishes all things for me. He will send from heaven and save me. He reproaches him who tramples on me. God will send forth his loving kindness and truth. Pretty standard issue stuff for the Psalms. Beautiful. There's a lot there to sink your teeth into, and it's pretty normal for the Psalms up to this point. Now, verse 4, my soul is among lions. I must lie among those who breathe forth fire, even the sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue is a sharp sword. Okay? So there's the description of the bad guys. Now you would expect, oh God, dash their babies against the rocks, turn their teeth into gravel, something like that. He doesn't do that. Verse 5, right, immediately after that, he says, be exalted above the heavens, O God. Let your glory be above all the earth. Back to the bad guys. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They dug a pit before me. They themselves have fallen into the midst of it. Verse 7 now, very next thing. My heart is steadfast, O God. Yes, my heart is steadfast. I will sing. Yes, I will sing praises. Awake, my glory. Awake, harp and lyre. I awake in the dawn. I will give thanks to you. So you see, he brings up a problem and then he worships. That's kind of a different strategy than what we normally do, right? So as your Monday starts, as your week and whatever battles ensue this week, as that all comes on you now on Monday morning, let's think about this. The power of worship as a weapon of war, which God has given us. I'm not talking about cracking some code, like if we understand this, we can pierce the heavenly realm and whatever, like some kind of secret knowledge. What I'm saying is it's not a secret. Right? God has just straight up given this to us. He's like, hey, you see how David did this? I want you to pray that once in a while. So when we worship God, we magnify him, we make much of him. He goes up, we go down on our faces, and it's like that sets things right in the universe. That's shalom. That's how created order was supposed to be, and the enemy just can't hang in that environment. It's like you're reinstituting the Garden of Eden in some small way between you and God, and sin gets the boot. So worship is a weapon of war as much as it is anything else, a tool for enjoyment and prayer and all that kind of stuff. So David gives us a good example of that. Worship your way through the week, and let's see what enemies God causes to fall under your feet.